Hi, I'm Audrey, the host of My Tar Heel Adventures. Every episode, we visit a new town in North Carolina to give you an inside peek at our beautiful state. Today, we're in Duplin County. We'll be exploring recreation and history, so stay tuned for an all-new My Tar Heel Adventures. Hi guys, we're here at Cabin Lake County Park, and we're speaking with Mr. Jordan, who is a superintendent here. Can you tell us a little bit about County Park?
So the lake itself is 75 acres and the land is 95. We do offer camping sites. There is RV sites and tent sites. There's 3 tent sites with no electricity as well.
So this is a huge park. There seems like there's a lot that you can do out here.
There is. We have a 2.3 mile trail that surrounds the lake and an additional 1.4, which almost is about 4 miles of trails.
Yeah.
And you can fish out here. We have 2 playgrounds and also a swim beach area that opens Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Oh, so cool. So this is perfect for the entire family.
Oh yes, yes. Anytime that you want to come out here, we have availability for you.
Sounds good. And it's already camping season, right?
It is, yes. We are started off with a big bang this year.
If I do want to schedule, what should I do?
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, and then you can also go to DuplinCountyNC.com and go under the department so you can click on Cabin Lake, and we're right there.
All right, sounds good. So it seems like you guys have a lot of great activities here. I see that you have paddle boats and other types of boats.
Oh yeah, we have paddle boats, kayaks, and canoes, and you can rent those for $7 per hour, or you can bring your own.
And so you guys also have like events throughout the year. Can you tell us about what's happening, what's coming up?
Yes, we do have 7 events per year. We have a fishing tournament. We have 4 different types of fishing here. We have bass, crappie, brim, and catfish, and we only allow you to keep what is the wildlife standard. We have a fall vendor and craft fair as well. We do offer a Thanksgiving lunch that we provide for the community, and all these events are free of charge. And then we also have a Christmas event where we show the movie on the swim beach area, and we give out hot chocolate and popcorn.
Oh, that sounds so amazing. Something for the entire family to enjoy.
Oh yes.
So about how many people attend these events?
They range, but normally around 50 to 100 we get.
So what kind of wildlife can we expect to see out here on this 75-acre park?
We have a lot of wildlife that come out here, a lot of deer, squirrels. There's a few snakes that you might see out here, and there has been a few bear sightings out here as well. So just be careful whenever you come out here, but we haven't had any issues with any wildlife.
Well, that is incredible. So it is dog friendly.
It is. As long as they remain on the leash, you can bring any kind of dog out here.
All right, sounds good. And so where can we find you guys online?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or you can go to DuplinCountyNC.com under the Departments tab and click on Cabin Lake, and we're right there for you.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi guys, we're here at the Cowan Museum and we're speaking with the director, Robin. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing good. So tell us a little bit about the Cowan Museum.
All right. Well, it was founded by George and Isla Cowan, and it started off with their personal collection. They dedicated the museum to their daughter, Joanne, and she died when she was only 30 in a car accident. But 2 days before she died, she asked to have a phonograph to decorate her home. And eventually, Mr. and Mrs. Cowan bought it for her anyway, and we have it on display as our first artifact at the museum. So they continued to collect. It was kind of a way of them dealing with their grief. And they traveled around, they went to Pennsylvania, just all kinds of places, and collected until they needed to build an addition to their home. And they let people in, sort of like it was a museum. They had 3 surviving children, and together they all decided not to split the collection up, so they donated it to Duplin County. So we're a Duplin County department. The museum officially opened in 1981, and it was in an old agricultural building, just one room, but then they kept collecting and collecting, so they ran out of space, and then the community got together in the 80s, early 80s, and identified this house, which is the Kelly Farrier house.
So you mentioned the photograph, and I know that you have other like historic artifacts. What are some of your favorite?
Well, I like to play guessing games with people, and I'm putting on my gloves because we have oils in our fingers. This is one of my favorites. I've been here for about 10 years, and when I first started working here, I did a wall-to-wall inventory with a whole bunch of volunteers, and we didn't know what this was. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was a whisk.
Oh.
You use the context glues, it's in the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
I took it to a Cub Scouts meeting once, and they thought it was a fly swatter. It's dangerous.
Yes.
But it's a pot scrubber.
Oh.
According to our records, it's from around 1900, and it was used to clean cast iron.
Wow.
They're selling them again, or similar designs in camping stores. So it's an example of a good design that continues to this day.
How cool.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite things also is this is called a wafer iron. So I'll open it up and you see this beautiful design.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, so you put a thin layer of batter and you clamp it and rotate it sort of like, the waffle iron. And then when it's ready, both sides will have this beautiful design on it.
How nice.
Yeah. So those are some of my favorite things, but one of the things I really like is asking people what they think this is. I thought it was an oil can. So when I lifted it up to do the inventory and take its photo and all that, I saw that it couldn't hold oil.
It's a coffee strainer.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a multi-use tool. This is handmade, and according to our records, it's from around 1900.
Wow.
So you can use it as a funnel, like a sieve, like a separator. You can, coffee or tea strainer, like apple corer, a cookie cutter,
Wow.
biscuit cutter, and a sifter.
What do you think is the significance of the Cowan Museum for Duplin County?
Well, I think it's a source of pride for the community, and also we're free. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4, and anybody can come in here. We also are very accommodating to school groups. We get a lot of local schools that come through here, and it's an agriculturally rich county, and we have a lot of connections to tobacco farming. We have some tobacco tools and various things having to do with animal care. We have a lot of people that come here and remember their days working in tobacco, like a lot of people. We also provide a lot of informal science education too. We do have a garden. We kind of pull that into the agricultural aspect, the plants, using them as medicines, or we have a naval stores display, and we have a longleaf pine garden that's in our botanical garden. So we're trying to make all these connections with industries that have operated here throughout history, and with ways of understanding how plant cycles work. And we do have a lot of artifacts on display that have been donated by Duplin County residents. And we do events for the public, and we just want to bring the community together and just know that we're here as a educational source, as a place for the community members to get together, learning.
That is awesome. And you mentioned that you guys have some events coming up. Can you talk to us a little bit about your upcoming event?
This is something that can be ongoing. We had an Eco Explore event, and that's an initiative from the North Carolina Arboretum. Kids can be community scientists, and they can document nature. There are badges you can earn through this Eco Explore site. There are prizes, like an iPad or binoculars or something, to get kids out there, explore nature, and to support professional scientists who are, also looking at this site and seeing where certain creatures are living, certain plants. And our garden is considered a hot spot, so people can come here anytime. Our garden is open all the time.
Okay.
And they could, just if they don't want to join the program, which is free, they can just come here and appreciate nature, or if they can take pictures of whatever they find fascinating here.
Awesome.
We have an Eco Blast, which is sort of like an Earth Day event. We're going to have the Cape Fear Raptor ambassadors bring red-tailed hawk and owl, and we'll have ecological marine adventures. They'll do some educational games, bring a creature or two. Cape Fear Parrot Sanctuary, Cape Fear River Watch, North Carolina Fossil Club. So it's just going to be a sort of like a appreciation for our planet.
Hey.
Yeah, so a lot.
It's like fun for the entire family.
Yeah.
All right. So where can we find you guys online?
Well, we're at cowanmuseum.org. We're also on Facebook and Instagram too.
All right. Well, we'll be sure to check you out online. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thank you.
My name is Ed Dutcher. I'm from Jacksonville, North Carolina. All I have to say is, get off your asphalt and call Gator Metal Roofing.
And that was a quick message from our sponsor, Gator Metal Roofing. Now back to the video. Hi guys, we're here at JCO Campground and we're speaking with the owners here, Tessa and Tyler. How are you doing today?
We're good. How are you?
I am doing good. Thanks for having us. So, tell us a little bit about JCO Campground.
Here at JCO Campground, we are made up of a 22-acre lake that is creek and swamp fed. We also have an A-frame cabin that's behind us that my husband here, Tyler, he designed, created, built all on his sawmill. We also have a floating cabin. We have RV and tent camping sites along with fishing and host community events and stuff.
That sounds so cool. So you mentioned that your husband actually made this by hand.
He did.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that? That sounds pretty cool.
This particular cabin, actually our floating cabin too, is mostly made of poplar that went down during Hurricane Florence. And we sawed all these on our sawmill and dried them, aged them, and built cabins from them.
Wow, that is pretty cool. And so you guys have like a history here.
Tyler actually had the bright idea. He's kind of a little bit more spontaneous than I am.
She was furious.
Yeah, I was at the time. But the land became for sale in the height of the pandemic in 2020, and it was a staple here in the community. Tyler didn't want to see it all developed off with housing because there are so many houses coming to the area with the military and different things. So he said he wanted it, and next thing we know, we jumped in. We purchased it, didn't have a plan. We originally started as Juniper Creek Outfitters, which was guiding hunts, mainly waterfowl hunts. And from there, we kind of gradually got into camping and doing the camping with the hunts, and then eventually kind of phasing out the hunts altogether and just going full into camping in the cabins. And that has really taken off and great success.
Which this cabin was kind of the start of getting out of the hunts, if you will. We started seeing this stay full all the time, and then we didn't have our place to do the hunts, which was okay with me. It's a lot less work to rent a cabin than it is to guide hunts.
So this cabin is actually special. You guys designed this for couples.
Yes. So with that being in mind, we cater to a lot of anniversaries, birthdays. We've had honeymoons, we've had engagements, all different kinds of things out here for special occasions. We do a lot of exclusive extras, so we collaborate with a lot of local other small businesses. Most of them are women owned. But I have friends that are in the florist, in the bakery, that makes charcuterie boxes. We provide firewood. We've even gone as far as doing extra decorations if it's someone who wants to get engaged or just married, that kind of thing, that we can throw extra decorations in there. So with the A-frame, we also have the outdoor shower. A lot of our guests really love the outdoor shower for the nature experience. It's on-demand hot water. I even enjoy it when I come out here and mow and we don't even have guests. But I've done a lot of videos on it, and even people at their homes really like it and ask a lot of questions and want to put an outdoor shower at their house after staying.
So what kind of camping options do you guys have here?
So we have RV camping on the main side. We have electric, water, fire pits. One thing we specialize in is every single one of our campsites, whether it is RV or trailer camping or your tent camping, even the cabins, we specialize that they are all waterfront. So each one has its own personal waterfront view, access. On the other side of the lake, we have just all primitive camping sites. We hope to be adding some electricity and water soon, but right now it is primitive. A lot of campers still love that because it's more like you're a little bit more secluded. But they can enjoy kayaking right from the sites, fishing, everything as well.
And so another part of JCO Campground is you have a floating cabin.
Yes. So again, this was Tyler's idea, building this, and it's on float docks, fully floating. It's moored closer to the entrance, and it has full bathroom inside. It's got Wi-Fi, it's got TV, a covered front porch, and you stay there for the front porch and the sunrise views. I mean, that's what people come there for.
Wow, that's great. And so JCO, you mentioned, has 22 acres of lake or creek?
Yep, lake. We have canoes, we have kayaks, we have pedal boats, and we have a couple of John boats as well.
Okay, that people can access here while they're staying with you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. Do you also host events here?
We do host several events. So we do several events that are our own. We have a kids fishing tournament. This year we are collaborating with a local teacher doing preschool nature classes. We're going to be doing a summer camp for kids. We do Halloween. Yeah, panfish poker run. We normally do that around July 4th and do some activities around July 4th. And then we do community events such as like hosting trail life, youth groups, churches, scouts, different things like that as well.
Oh, that sounds cool. So where can people book you online? Where can we find you?
So for any of our campsites, cabins, everything, you can find us at our website, which is www.junipercreekoutfitters.com. Our cabins are also on Airbnb website, and all of the campsites and cabins are also on a platform called HipCamp. HipCamp is kind of like Airbnb, but it is for camping in private lands. We are a finalist for Best in North Carolina for 2023 and 2024. You can also follow us on Facebook at JCO Campground at Lee Basin Pond. We're also on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and YouTube. Yes, I forgot to mention we are starting our YouTube channel as well, where we're showcasing some of the events we've had out here, as well as our fishing tournaments.
Some of our sawmill work.
Our sawmill work, building of cabins, just any of the daily kind of grind that we do out here as well.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications to keep up with all of our adventures. Now I'd like to thank Gator Metal Roofing for sponsoring today's video. Let's check in with a recent customer to see how their experience was. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel for all things metal roofing in North Carolina. Today we're in Gastonia and we're speaking with a recent customer of Gator Metal Roofing, Mr. Holloway. How are you doing today?
Good.
Awesome. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us. So, Mr. Holloway, you've been in your home here for about a decade. Can you tell us a little bit about your home?
It's about 75 years old. I think the old original roof was probably the original roof that was on there because it was all, pretty messed up. It wasn't wearing well anymore, so we decided to replace the whole entire roof. Gator gave us a really good price, considering the fact that we had tried other contractors and I'd always heard that metal roofs were more expensive, but come to find out that it really wasn't that much more expensive. And with the warranty and the reliability that you get with a metal roof, we decided to just go with Gator.
So you mentioned that you were having some roof issues and you had an asphalt shingle roof before.
Yes.
Did you have any leaks or anything like that?
Yeah, we had a leak over the bathroom. That was really the only leak that we had that was noticeable.
All you knew is that you had a leak and you needed a new roof fast.
Yeah.
All right, and so you decided to switch to a metal roof. What made you seek out a metal roof?
Just knowing how long that they last.
Yeah.
I had worked on buildings with metal roofs before, and some of the roofs were up to 100 years old. They were still in very good condition compared to any of the other roofs that I worked on with.
So Mr. Holloway, whenever you decided to pick up the phone and give Gator a call to schedule your free estimate, what did you think about the customer service and just the planning?
I thought it was good. The guy was very articulate about what they were going to do. They showed up on time. They did the whole job in one day. They took everything away except for some extra material that they had ordered for the job, which they gave me, because it replaced, it matches exactly the roof that I have on my garage out back too. So it was a win-win situation. I actually have an extra roof out of it, for my son's car.
You mentioned you got 3 other estimates.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got a good deal with Gator?
Well, yeah, because one of the other estimates was upwards of $20,000
Wow.
from a supposedly reliable roofing company that, of course they were going to strip it right down to nothing and replace some boards on the roof if it was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But, when I got my roof from Gator, it was just as good of a deal, if not better, and it was going to last, instead of 20-year guarantee, I was getting a lifetime warranty on it.
All right. We love to hear it. So you picked the country red color. Why did you pick that color?
Because everything in my yard is painted country red, and I thought it looked good with the white house. It makes it pop, kind of,
Yeah.
and it gives it a lot more curb appeal. So, plus, I like the color, and it's going to last forever.
Sounds good, and it looks beautiful. Your roof is absolutely stunning, and it matches so very well with everything that you have going on. So I love that you picked that color. Mr. Holloway, would you recommend Gator Metal Roofing to your friends and family?
Oh, sure, I already have. Yeah, told a bunch of people, that if you're gonna replace your roof, check out the metal roofs first.
Yeah.
And get a price so when the shingle guys come, you've got something, you can look at and say, well, I can get a metal roof for same price.
Yeah.
And then people will start to understand it, how much of a better deal the metal roofs really are.
Yes. Awesome. So it seems like you are one of the only metal roofs here on your street. Have your neighbors mentioned or seen your metal roof?
Yeah, somebody did, because the guy in the back, they had a small fire in the house in the rear.
Oh, wow.
Over here.
Yeah.
And when they did the replacement work, to rebuild the house on the inside, they also threw another roof on it. I think they saw the job, and then
they wanted a metal roof.
They saw the sign that I had in my yard, I think, and I think they called Gator.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
All right. Thank you.